we move over to Disney Plus, and we're going to talk about Star Wars Visions. This is another part of Star Wars' ever expanding group of films and TV shows and all that kind of stuff. But although, Sean, I'm going to give you the headline for this. The headline for
Right.
this that I think you will like is this seems like. Oh, thank you, Kevin. This seems to be like the perfect marriage between Star Wars and Love, Death, and Robots.
Ooh,
So
intrigued already. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
so this is like Star Wars given the Love, Death, and Robots treatment. So
Wow.
what they did is that Lucasfilm, there's 2 seasons of this so far. They went around the world. The first one they went to Japan, and they went to a whole bunch of Japanese animation houses, and they just sort of said, we're commissioning you to do a 15-minute short. Do whatever you want about Star Wars. You can use whatever characters you can do it. And so you have these 9 stories, but all done in anime style. Of imagine there's even bits where it's like they've merged Star Wars with feudal Japan, and then you have like the Jedi almost like Ronin, and like the Sith coming in and everything. And they have all these stories that sort of follow the different things. And you have this massive lightsaber duels and all. And that's cool. And it's really good. So, but everything in the first one was anime. It was all Japanese animation houses. The second season, they've gone worldwide, and there is now a Star Wars animated short done by Aardman, the guys who did Wallace and Gromit.
Oh yeah.
And to give you an idea of what this kind of thing is about, the title of the Aardman episode is "I Am Your Mother."
Have you seen it? Is that one of the episodes?
That's one of the episodes. I've seen all of them. I've seen all 18 episodes of Star Wars Vision so far. And I think one of the things that comes across is that you can really see that they have just put hands off. They said, do what you want. Because people are coming up with all these crazy things, crazy images and everything. There's stories from Chile. There's one from South Africa. There's one from Ireland, Cartoon Saloon. And they are these perfectly formed 15-minute stories that don't need to link to anything else. You don't need to mention Darth Vader. You don't need to come up with anybody called Skywalker or anything like that. They're just this perfect. Some of them are comedic. The Aardman one is obviously comedic. Some of them are really serious. Some of them are quite dark. And I just think that it's a perfectly formed thing. It's a bit essentially, Sean. The only thing I can say, it's like Love, Death, and Robots. I was watching this and I was thinking, this is like.
That's going to be a watcher then for me, I think.
Yeah,
I'll have to have a word with Dan.
Yeah, I was
think that'll
watching.
be a watcher.
Yeah, I was watching it. And I was just sort of thinking, this is like someone has seen what Love, Death, and Robots and said, we can do this in the Star Wars universe. And so they just have this. They have all these stories set in. There's one about a person who makes lightsabers. There's stories about people who actually mine the Kyber crystals and one of the funny things you can see is that you can see how the cultural thing of whatever country the animation house is in has informed the story that they've told. So the South African one has a lot to do with mining. It has a lot to do with mining of the crystals. And you can see there's 3 of them where it's all about somebody trying to escape where they are with this oppressive force of the empire above them, but they're trying to escape where they are to go have a better life. And it's funny that the 3 of them that have that theme were all places that were colonized by the British. So so there's one from South Africa. It was South Africa, it's Ireland, and what was the other one? I can't remember now. But I just remember going, oh, hang on a second, there's a theme developing here. There's an oppressive form that's in our land trying to make us live in a certain way, and we're trying to escape. We're trying to escape to a better life. So
The Empire is the British Empire, is it?
Sorry, what?
The Empire is the British Empire.
The Empire is 100% the British Empire.
Yeah.
The Empire is 100% the British Empire.
It sounds intriguing. I shall definitely make a point of that one.
Yeah. I think that it goes up and down. So I think some you would like more than you would like others. Ooh, there is one that's done by a French. It's done by a French animation house called The Spy Dancer, and that is beautifully animated, as you would expect. But the whole thing, it's kind of like the Empire are like an occupying force and are pretty much the Nazis. The Emperor and then the main character in this is pretty much a member of the Resistance. So it's kind of like a French resistant thing, but within the Star Wars universe. So it's actually funny seeing the way that the different countries their cultural history feeds into the way they see Star Wars. And I just thought I think it's a great thing. It's one of the best things I've seen of Star Wars. I mean, we spoke about The Mandalorian a while back. I really like this. I really like Star Wars Visions. I like the fact that they give it out to a whole bunch of other people. I hope it continues, and I'll give it a 4 out of 5. And I would recommend Sean go see it and let me know.
That'd be on my list.
Yeah, go see it and let me know if my assessment of it being Love, Death, and Robots in the Star Wars universe actually holds up. Right.